Hello and welcome to the RCB podcast powered by Kotak Mahindra Bank. Let's go back in time a little bit and talk about the time when you decided you would become a cricketer. In retrospect, looking back, would you have done something differently?
I don't think so. I have done everything that I could. Of course, there are mistakes along the way, but I don't think that my intent was ever in the wrong place when it came to playing cricket. I wanted to win at any cost from the day I started playing this game, from the day I started playing club cricket, school cricket, then state cricket, heading up to first class cricket, and then eventually getting to play for India and IPL as well afterwards. My mindset was the same always, which is play to win and at any cost. So that hasn't changed ever.
Do you remember the day you got picked up by RCB? And just to go back in time, what were you doing that day?
Well, we were all in Malaysia for the Under-19 World Cup, and I remember the day when the drafts were happening, and the Under-19 dynamic was a little different because we very rightly so had a money cap, if I could say. I mean, that was the only time where I saw a restriction on how much you could be picked for if you haven't played for India, of course. So that for us was, I remember even that moment for us was so amazing, because the amount that we got picked for, when they revealed it, we were like, we couldn't believe it, you know. So if you had played a number of first class games, you were eligible to get X amount of money, which was the maximum in that bracket. And if you hadn't, it obviously was lesser. So when we heard that we were picked for that much, we obviously didn't know anything about the teams. We didn't know anything about the dynamic of the tournament. We understood what it's going to be like. We knew that the opportunity is going to be huge, but we didn't know how the environment's going to be. For us at that time was, wow, we never imagined at this age we'd be getting that kind of money, which, you know, obviously is a big impact in anyone's life, especially when most of the cricket players you see come from backgrounds which are not as privileged in terms of, you know, having facilities ready and stuff to use at any time you want. So you have to work through the ranks and you have to work really hard. So it just gives you a new motivation in life that, yes, what I'm doing is going to reap me the rewards, which I believe should be the case when you've chosen it as a career. And I clearly remember we went absolutely crazy. There was one conversation where I heard from people that the Delhi team is interested to go after me, but then the dynamic of their squad turned out to be so that they went for Pradeep Sangwan, who was a left arm seamer, amazing bowler. At the time, he was our best bowler in Under-19, and so Delhi decided to go for him because they wanted their bowling strengthened. And then RCB picked me, and that I think, again, in hindsight, I feel like that was such an impactful moment in my life, which I didn't realize at the time. But now when I look back, things could have been very different to what they are now, and I would not have it any other way than this.
Virat, I know you love RCB just as much as RCB loves you. Even for a moment, for a second, while playing this IPL tournament, have you ever wondered, is the grass greener on the other side?
To be very honest, I have thought about it, yes. I wouldn't shy away from it, and I've been approached many times as well to come into the auction, somehow put my name in there and stuff. And then I thought about it. I was like, at the end of the day, everyone has X number of years that they live, right? And then you die, and then life moves on. And there would have been many great people who won trophies and this, that, and blah, blah, blah. But no one addresses you like that. No one addresses you in the room like, oh, he's an IPL champion or he's a World Cup champion. And it's like, if you're a good person, people like you. If you're a bad guy, they stay away from you. And eventually that's what life is all about. So for me, the understanding that the loyalty with RCB, like how I follow my life, is far greater for me than the fact that, yes, 5 people in the room would say, oh, finally you've won the IPL with whoever XYZ, and yeah, you feel good for 5 minutes, but then the 6th minute you could be miserable with some other issue in life. So it is not the end of the world for me. What this franchise has given me in terms of opportunity in the first 3 years and believed in me, that is the most special thing, because as I said, there were many teams who had the opportunity, but they didn't back me, they didn't believe in me. So now when I'm successful and I should fall to the opinion of people saying, but the IPL. This was the case with me till 2018 England tour happened. For 4 years of my life, I was doing well everywhere in the world. The only thing was but England. So there's always going to be buts. You literally can't live your life like that. And I just carry on doing my own thing, and I actually honestly don't even bother about a third person beyond myself, Anushka, discussing things and just being true to ourselves, and that's it. For me, nothing else or no one else's opinion matters at all.
Catch the RCB podcast powered by Kotak Mahindra Bank
On Spotify, Gaana, Amazon Prime Music and Apple Podcasts.
ये है मेरा ड्राइवर्स लाइसेंस, माई मेट्रो कार्ड और ये है मेरा फैन कार्ड।